Hello everyone, I am Karuna. Welcome to my YouTube channel with KPython series. Today I am going to discuss Seaborn. Like Matplotlib, Seaborn is also a visualization library, but Seaborn supports many of the statistical tools as compared to Matplotlib. In this video, I will cover distribution plots like disk plot, joint plot, pair plot. Now starting with my first cell, that is importing pandas as well as seaborn into my file. Okay, now here I am using the data set tips which is already provided in the seaborn library, and I am loading it so that we can use it for the learning purpose. To get the dataset view, I'm using .head function, which will provide me first 5 rows. Now here, as you can see on my screen, I have tips dataset and features, that is the columns you can say, are total bill, tip, sex, smoker, day, time and size. Now if we need to use statistical tools, why is it necessary, or what exactly we want to fetch out of the data set, right? So to get into it, let me explain you few of the basics of learning. As you can see on my screen, in a data set you will get different features, say f1, f2, f3 and so on. Now we need to divide our features into dependent or independent features. Say f4 is our dependent feature which depends on f1, f2 and f3. If we have only two features, we can visualize through 2D graphs. I'm talking about the supervised learning only here. Let me write it here. This is a supervised learning wherein I want. Now if we have only two features, we can visualize them through 2D graphs. We can easily make 2D graph of it. Even if we have three features, 3D graphs can be made for visualization purposes without any difficulty. But if we have features more than three, then it will be difficult to create visualizations, and moreover it is also difficult to understand those visualizations. If I see, if I make 4D graph, now I can say for a lay person it is quite cumbersome, or it is quite difficult to understand the 4D graph, right? Now to make the visualizations easier, we need statistical tools. Studying only one feature is called as univariate analysis. If we have two features and we compare one variable with the other, we call it as bivariate analysis. Now going back to my data set, here in my tips data set I have total bill, the tip size. Now I just want to make out the trend of tips giving. So my tip, this feature, my tip feature is a dependent feature which depends upon the total bill, the sex, the smoker, the day, time and size. Now from this data set we have to decide which feature is more dependent, which feature is more dependent on the tip feature. I hope this clears somewhat about supervising. I haven't covered unsupervised learning so far. In my upcoming videos, you will get to know more about supervised as well as unsupervised learning. But here, as I am covering Seaborn today, so it is really important to make you understand the basics of supervised learning. We can consider the dependent feature as well as the independent feature, time, size. Now from all these independent features which are dependent on tip, so we want now we want to make out which feature is more important significance on the tip feature. So moving on further, here I am using dtypes function. Why I am using it here? Because I want to know which data types my features are. So let me execute this cell so that I can get the fair idea. Now see here on the screen, my total bill is of float, my tip is also of float, and my size is of int. All the other features like sex, smoker, day, time are the categorical features. Right? Now why is the necessity to check on the data types? See here, whenever we want to apply the statistical tools, especially in Seaborn, we must check the data types, because like the correlation method is there. The correlation method can be applied on only the float or the int data types, not on the categorical data types. So if we want to apply the very basic statistical function, which is the correlation function, and why we perform correlation function, just to get the idea which feature is related to the another feature. So correlation can be performed on only features with float or int data types. Like in my next cell, I have performed correlation. See here, as you can see on my screen. Now the total bill, tip and size are only included. Why these? Because only these features have data types of int and float. Not the categorical features are included in this output. I hope this clears your first point, right? Now moving on further to joint plots. Now joint plot, we make joint plots which allows us to study the relationship between two numeric variables. The central chart display their correlation. In joint plot also it shows the correlation between the two numerical variables. It uses the scatter plot, 2D histogram, or a 2D density plot. See here, I have simply used joint plot, which is an inbuilt function Seaborn is providing me. And if I press tab plus shift key, see here, if I press tab plus shift key, and I can get the entire description of it along with its arguments. See here, I can pass arguments like kind, data, x and y. I can pass my feature x and y to x. On x-axis I can take one feature, and on the y-axis I can take the another feature, so as to correlate them, so as to get the information about the correlation. What is the relation between these two features? So I can easily plot it. Other features are like color, height, ratio. You can give it according to your choice. Here I am using few of the arguments. X I have passed to tip. Now I want to relate tip with the total bill. So I have taken x. On x-axis I have taken the tip, and on y-axis I have taken the total bill. Now my data is df. Yes, df was my data. I have stored my data set into the df, isn't it? Right. And the kind I have taken as hex. Now hex is hexagonal. I want to show it in a hexagonal form. Let me execute it. See here. Right. See here, hexagonal, right? So as you can see here, the total bill is showing the correlation here in the form of histogram, and on the top tip is also showing. See here, the density, right, in the form of histograms. And you can see here the correlation, right? When the total bill is up to $30, from $10 to $30, the tip is also high. Are you getting? We may get the outliers. These hexagonals can be considered as the outliers, right? If somebody is paying $8 tip or $10 tip on a bill of $50, right? So these can be considered as the outliers, but mostly the people spend from $10 to $30 of it on the total bill, and they gave tips from the range of 2 to mostly from the 2 to 6. That is what our histogram above also says, right? Moving on further, see here, in my next cell I have used the same thing. I have used the same x. On x-axis I have taken tip feature, and on y-axis I have taken the total bill. Data is my df only, and now I have taken kind as regression. Why I have taken kind as regression? See here. Now it shows me this density, kernel density. See here. When my data was dense. See here. Here also. Right? Regression. What exactly regression points are showing me? See the trend. The trend. The tip with the total bill, it's showing the correlation in a regression form. See the most dense area is here only, right? Yeah, let me mark it so that it will be clear to you. Okay, now see here, this is the most dense area, right? So this is the most dense area on the this right side. You can see the density also, right? More dense. See here, more dense. So when we draw it graphically, the more dense area, so the tip is from more dense, that is tip is from 1.5 to till 5 or 5.5 dollar. And when our total bill is from $9 to up to $35, the tip is around the tip is around 1.5 to 5.5 dollar, right? Moving on further, now drawing pair plots. Now what is the usage of pair plot in Seaborn? See, pair plots are also known as scatter plots, in which one variable in the same data row is matched with another variable's value. That is the pairing of one value of one variable with the other. I am repeating, pairing of the value of one variable with the another variable's value. So here I simply called on the pair plot and on my data set, and it is no arguments as such, no arguments have been passed here, only the same. I'm just calling the pair plot inbuilt function on my data set. And see here, see here I am getting total bill, the tip, the size with respect to, see here. And you must have watched that in the joint plot also, or in the pair plots also, only the data types, float and int data types, the features which have float and the int data types are picturized or visualized, right? See here, with this size with respect to total bill, size with respect to tip, size and tip. See here, and you can easily make out. And what is the fun of making different graphs? See, you will, the more graphs you make, the more fair idea you will get from the data set, right? What exactly we want to fetch out of it? We want to get what exactly is the tip pattern if our data set is this, right? Now, the tips depend upon the total size. It might depend upon the day also, it might depend upon the size also, it might depend upon the sex also, right? Moving on further, I'll show you how categorical features can also be visualized, right? Here I have given, see, now I have given parameter hue as sex. That is what? That is a categorical feature. Yes, absolutely. Here I can give argument as a argument of a categorical feature. Sex was what? Sex was a categorical feature. Now I am giving argument, I am passing argument of a categorical feature. Let me execute it and you will show, you will get, see here. Now the total bill, as you can see here, see here, right? Now males are depicted by blue color and females are depicted by orange color. See here. Now the total bill. From the total bill, we can easily make out that males spend more on food than the females. Again here, which was total bill with respect to tip. See here. So males give more tips as compared to females again, right? So here also you can see, right? So pair plots make it easy for you to visualize the data set, which otherwise would have been more difficult to you, right? See here. Now I must check another categorical feature. Now I am taking smoker and another categorical feature in my pair plotting. Let me execute it. Right. See here now. Right. A smoker is represented with a blue color and a non-smoker is represented as an orange color. So from these graphs, we can easily make out there's hardly any difference whether the person is a smoker or non-smoker. We can't make out the person who is a smoker or who is a non-smoker. What is the trend of giving the tip? So we can't make out. So through this graph, we can easily make out that smoker category feature is not that much important to make our inference, to make our results. The results we want to conclude are the tip size, and the tips depend upon which features. So this feature, the smoker feature, is not of that significance, right? Moving on further, see here. Now let me calculate that how many are smokers and how many are non-smokers in my data set. I simply used the inbuilt function of Seaborn, that is value counts, and it gave me non-smokers are 151 and smokers were 93. Now coming to disk plots. Disk plots. Disk plots helps us to create histograms so as to check the distribution of column features. See here. Now I want to check the tips given. Only the tips given I want to check, and it gives me the histogram so as to check the density of that particular feature in the data set. Let me execute it. See here. And the curve you are getting here, it's the kernel density curve. Kernel density curve. The feature was dense in this between range from $1 to you can say till $5. You can say that. The more prominent tips were from $1 to $3. More prominent, right? And more prominent tip given was $2. Is it clear? So here I have used simple disk plot and given one feature only, that is tip. Again, if I say KD, I have made KD false here in my next cell, and I have taken bin size as 20. By default bin size is 10. You may raise it so as to get the fair idea about the histogram. Let me execute it. Right, see here. Now the KD is not here. KD I have taken as false, right? Now the dense curve is not there, right? Density curve is not there, but I have raised the bin size here. Now see here again. The feature I have taken the tip only, right? And it is showing me the density. See here, right? You can make it either way. Now, in my next video, I will cover Seaborn categorical data points, Seaborn for analyzing categorical data points, and we will cover box plot, violent plot, count plot, bar plot. I really hope till now things are clear to you as far as Seaborn library is concerned. Keep watching. Do watch me in my next video. Thank you.